They're gonna put the data centers in space. That's crazy.
I think that one will be like the true cloud computing, but then
Or both cloud space computing.
correct. But it's just
Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Now You Know, where we share interesting topics about anything under the sun. This week we have Shuin, who will be sharing
Exploring cloud computing. First, I would like to ask, what do you all know about cloud computing?
security risks.
Security risk.
Out there in the cloud, it's not on your local device.
Google Drives.
Yes.
Online backups.
Correct.
Online
Somewhere online, remote.
Yes, exactly. A lot of mentions about online and also security. Yes, those are some advantages of cloud computing. I like to throw in a fun fact. Actually, right, the cloud is mostly under the sea because 95% of global internet traffic, right, is underwater fiber optic cables.
Cables, correct.
Yes, not through the sky.
The data center that was under the sea, right, was by Microsoft, right? But I think it kind of failed, right? The project.
Yeah, not say failed. They stopped it actually last year, but China, there's this company called Highlander that specialize in building underwater servers.
Oh, okay.
Today's agenda, 4 things: introduction to cloud computing, the advantages and risk associated, and then also some emerging trends. Okay, story time. So this is an origin story about how Amazon Web Services, which is one of the cloud service provider, started. Okay, you all know Amazon, like you all buy things from there. So during Black Friday or like Cyber Monday sales, right, or like Christmas sales, you know, they have a lot of traffic going on. So to cater for that demand, right, they have to buy more servers, more storage drives. Throughout the year, right, there's only a surge during the end of the year. But then the rest of the year, right, is just left to collect dust over there. So what did Jeff Bezos do? Fella decided to rent them out to businesses and consumers like us so that we can have compute that we can access over the internet. Okay, this story isn't true, but it captures the essence of how cloud computing works lah. So, cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet. So IT resources is like your physical infrastructure, your servers, your computers, your routers. For businesses and consumers like us, right, we don't need to buy the physical thing. We can just rent them and access them. And how this works is your cloud service provider, it can be Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they have a lot of data centers globally. Data centers is the physical facility where they house their equipment to store, process, and manage the data. So just now someone mentioned Google Drive, right? Yeah, that's the delivery of storage, for example, over the internet. Yeah. Okay, so this is my case study. PixelStudio is my case study that I'll be using to discuss how advantageous cloud compute can be for this web application. For context, right? So PixelStudio is a department that does multimedia production. So this web application, PixelVault, serves 3 purposes: to keep stock of the filming equipment in an inventory database, equipment learning guides, and then also packing list template for the different types of events that PixelStudio does, like interview, live streaming, event recording. Now, right, PixelVault, the inventory database is stored locally. So what does this mean? Means, right, the packing list will need to be stored safely and regularly maintained. Now, if we move to the cloud, right, data is stored in multiple data centers, remember? And then this also reduces the risk of data loss. So cloud service providers can store in more than one data center to increase the reliability of the data. For example, if someone accidentally deletes an entry in the inventory list, right, they would use the other data center in another location to send the data over to backup. The cloud backup makes recovery quick and easy to restore something if something goes wrong. Second advantage is auto scalability. Cloud service providers, they will automatically scale your resources based on your traffic. Let's say during busy period, let's say during NLB 31, right? Then a lot of departments like, hey, let's do live streaming, let's do Kahoot, let's do some filming, right? Then there'll be a lot of users that will go to PixelVault and update the application, right? Oh, then the stock of the camera keep going up and down, up and down. They have to add new bookings. They have to keep logging into the application. We cannot have our poor developer over there like, oh my gosh, let me manually update this application. But the cloud can handle this search smoothly without slowing down or crashing because it auto scales. Okay, once NLB 31 is over, we enter November, right? The cloud service provider will scale down the resources needed also. Like, oh, there's not much read-write operation in the database already. Let's tone down on the compute power. So there are two kinds of scaling that we can do. We can do horizontal scaling and vertical scaling. Horizontal scaling, there's scale in and scale out. Let's say you have a computer, right? So when you scale out, is you buy multiple of the same computer with the same specs. That is scaling out. Scaling in would be you have lesser. Vertical scaling is you have just that one computer, but you max out the specs. And then when you scale down, it's like, oh, you don't need the compute power so much, you don't need so much RAM or storage. Horizontal is when you buy more, vertical is when you just max out that one. Lastly, it's cost efficient. So CSP has a pay-as-you-go pricing model. If you have it locally, right, when NLB 31 comes, then you have to buy like a whole server, let's say for storage, right? Then come November, then like the idle server is just sitting there. Compared to NLB 31, you know, oh, then your pricing will go up. Then come November, it will go back down. It will compute your bill based on how much resources you use. So there are 3 cloud service models. They say they are more, okay, but like these are the main 3, okay? Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So these 3, you can think of them as like how much control you have over your application compared to your cloud service provider. So infrastructure as a service would be like if I rent a server for Pixel Vault backend, but I still manage the database manually. Then for platform as a service, the CSP will manage your underlying infrastructure, the operating system, and then you just have to focus on building, deploying, and managing the app. Lastly is software as a service, which is SaaS. This is what we're most familiar with. If Pixel Vault was a SaaS, it would mean like sharing Pixel Vault as a service for users. So just now, the example brought up was Google Drive. Yes, that is a SaaS, and also Zoom that we're using now is also a SaaS. So it delivers software applications over the internet as a service. Okay, now risk of cloud computing. Security concerns. So there is possibility of data breaches or unauthorized access to files stored online. So this one is actually the responsibility of both your CSP and you as a consumer. So CSP will make sure that physical data centers, there's no trespassing, no data breaches, but you have to make sure that your network traffic is also secure, like you encrypt your data. Then downtime risks. Everything is delivered over the internet, right? But cloud services can experience outages or maintenance interruptions. This could interrupt your service. Compliance issues is always a question of who is responsible for keeping the data safe. Is it my cloud service provider or is it the business, right? So the data must follow legal and regulatory requirements like your PDPA. So to manage this risk, right, you should choose a reliable cloud service provider to support strong encryption, and also they have this thing called service level agreement, SLA. So make sure choose one that offers 99.9% uptime, which your big players will have. Also make sure your CSP meets local compliance standards and stores the data responsibly. Emerging trends of cloud computing. AI is the buzzword of the year, right? So we can use AI to automate tasks. Actually, now there are cloud service providers that have machine learning as a service, LLM as a service, large language modeling, and also AI services that can be used for image recognition or text-to-speech. So there's a lot of integration in this going on, and I think it better serves their customers. Then another emerging trend is also edge computing. This is nothing new, but it's more on the rise now. Let's say self-driving cars, right? It will detect how far away is the car in front, so it knows when to brake. So currently, they will send the data of the distance to the cloud, right? And then they will go to the data center and then compute, come back to the cloud, you will come back to the car, and then the car will decide, oh, I should stop about in 2 seconds. That's what's happening now. Edge computing is bringing that computation as close to the user as possible. So the computation don't happen at the data center. It happens at the car itself. So it will take the distance and compute right here and then decide whether to stop. So it reduces latency. Right now it's already fast enough, but can be faster, it's always like that. So it's faster response time. And then lastly, sustainability. When you have these data centers, right, it's huge amounts of computation power running, and there's a lot of heat generated. Then you also need power for the cooling systems to lower down the temperatures of these data centers. So it's quite unenvironmentally friendly. Yeah, so they are working on making data centers more green. And I found this article last night, so I just added it in. You know how just now I mentioned that they have servers underwater? Now they're gonna fly them to space. They're gonna put the data centers in space. That's crazy. One reason is for cooling. Instead of using our waters, we use space, and also infinite solar power they mentioned. This is by a startup that is backed by NVIDIA. It's called StarCloud. Then they launched this GPU to space last month as of recording. It's the same chip that powers ChatGPT. So their use cases is like running AI models in space and processing Earth's observation data in real time. So that is like your application for predicting local weather or wildfire detection.
The concept of using space as a medium to store the data center.
So interesting,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
out of this world, you
Yeah,
could call it.
I think that one would be like the true cloud computing. But then,
Both cloud space computing.
correct. But I suppose like they didn't mention anything like, let's say if there's any like celestial bodies just happen to enter our atmosphere and then whoop, hit the thing. And then how?
I think they got mentioned the concern.
I'm sure they
Because
think of that.
Unlike conventional data centers, on land and things like that, it's easy for you to just walk up then swap out the components. But then how you want to go to space?
Maintenance, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they were saying like since space tourism is on the rise, maybe not so soon, but like in the
probably. Anyway, this satellite, they can actually move. You can control them and they can move. They can avoid the asteroid. This just to address your question.
The space one, isn't it slower than the ones that we have on Earth because it has to be
Because
wireless,
it's
right?
It's
Yeah,
like
that's
It
their
has to be
concern also.
wireless.
And also like the debris flying around in space.
Yeah.
Mm.
They might have like laser guns to to shoot. Play games.
Suddenly arcade
Arcade already.
Yeah, but no doubt it is a very interesting concept.
Yeah. Thought this was pretty cool. Okay, thank you. Hope you-
Cool. Yeah. That's a good summary of what cloud computing is all about.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Exploring cloud computing.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. What is cloud computing? Nice. Most alright. We got hello.
Ali,
Chinese,
very fast.
great.
Ali.
True or false? Cloud backup makes recovery quick and easy. Could be a giveaway question. Okay.
Oh, fast
Nice.
fingers.
Everyone was listening. Okay.
Very fast.
Who is the quickest? Okay, still Halil. And L has caught up. Which is an advantage of cloud computing? Oh,
Hey.
space shot up.
Space.
Sean, you're sleeping.
No.
This is a multi-select question. Which two are methods of horizontal scaling?
Scale in and scale out.
Vertical would be up and down.
Up
lah.
and down. Okay.
Space and Mr. Cloud. So fitting, and L with her Earth logo right there. What does IS stand for? Infrastructure as a service. Oh, okay. Where did L go?
Space
Okay,
is still
space.
on space. Come on, space.
What is platform as a service used for?
Oh, I came up from the back. Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
Wendy.
okay, we got
Not bad.
space,
Mr.
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 Cloud,
Wendy. Mr. Wendy.
Nice. Which is not assessed. I mean, Pixelbot is hypothetical.
Not assessed yet. Not assessed yet.
Not assessed yet.
It can be assessed.
Yeah,
YouTube
you
is considered as a SaaS, right? Because it's
Anything online lah.
delivers
Anything
a
online.
service over the internet. Yes, it's assessed. Okay, we have
Ooh,
Mr. Cloud.
Cloud.
Nice.
Not bad.
Liz and Wendy are still on the podium. Which is a cloud risk? Yeah.
A tornado.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
lightning, hail.
Also true.
Lightning and the thunder.
Oh, I don't like that song.
Imagine dragons.
Yeah, compliance is sorry. Why is fast access and improved security a risk, guys? Compliance issues.
Oh, never read question. It's a trick question.
Oh,
Not a trick question. Oh, Space and Wendy Rose. And
Hey, slow down, you guys. Oh my god.
okay, which risk involves data breaches? Yes,
Security
security
concerns.
technically server downtime also, but not directly. Last question. Which emerging trend speeds up response time?
Slow down. Sean says slow down, people.
It's just distracting us lah.
Right, slow down your response
Strategy,
time.
bro. Strategy.
Very good.
Whoa, not bad. Very got it
Nice.
right.
Right.
Computing. Drum roll.
The podium. Third
Number
place, we
3.
have
Oh.
Mr. Cloud.
Yeah.
Number
And
2.
Wendy.
Mr. Wendy.
Wendy. And first place we have
Space.
Hey.
Who's Space, ah?
Oh, that's me.
Put
Oh,
out your hand.
nice.
Oh,
Congrats.
nice Space.
Who is Mr. Cloud?
me.
Oh, Slay.
Slay, bro.
Thanks everyone for joining today's Now You Know session. We hope you learned something about cloud computing. Join us next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.